Today we ask the age-old question.
Oh gosh, no. Oh no.
How are you feeling, Rhett?
Gosh. Oh, so much of it is from you, man. Even when they show pictures of me, the sound is from you.
This isn't real. This is ADR.
Yeah, I had the PAs do it in the sound booth right before. There's another 20 seconds.
Yeah, there is.
You monsters.
Look, you see that look, man? I'm like, why?
How many things have you eaten? Wait. Oh wow, Amanda, is that just heightened sound? Really? That's just height.
Yeah, that's just turned up, man. I
just-
don't know why.
I don't know why anyone would do that. So we did that.
Thank you so much for doing that.
Well, wait, did it bother you as well? Because I mainly did it for Rhett.
I hate it, man.
I don't typically hear the noises that I'm making while I'm making them. Is what I'm realizing.
Oh, okay. So you've never gone back and been like, is it actually me? Am I the problem?
No, that's me. Because I'll wear if I like have earbuds in and I'm eating. I don't know if you've ever done this, and maybe it's just me because of like the problem that I have, but like it's intolerable. I cannot eat with earbuds in because
It's
it
just you.
sounds like that in my own head.
What do you do like when you eat on an airplane and you're like watching a movie?
I take out the earbuds.
Oh, really? It's that intense.
Yeah.
I get that a little bit, but my story is way worse because it's not food. I recently got veneers, and when they take, I didn't know that when they take out your temporaries, they just break them.
What?
Yeah, they break them in your mouth, and you're so numbed up, it might as well be them breaking your real teeth.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what, like, I put headphones in because I was like, oh, I'm not gonna hear the trills.
Oh, no.
Didn't know that
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
the process, and it will be the. It's if I'm a bad person throughout my life, I imagine it's the last sound I'll hear before I die. It will haunt me forever. But yes, I get that.
Well,
I have a chewing problem,
Well,
and I blame it on my nana.
and it's one thing to be, on the show when I'm kind of in performance mode and I'm not so much thinking about how his chewing sounds, but it's another thing. We eat a lot of our meals in our office. At this point, we don't really go out for lunch. We have lunch brought in most every day to just kind of work through lunch.
It's quiet in there.
And we'll just be sitting there. Now, our desks, we've had different configurations of our desks throughout our time working together. At one point, we were facing each other, and then we moved to both facing a wall, and now we face apart. This is how we've maintained our relationship. But I can still, in our rather large office, like sometimes I'll stop chewing, and then I'll be done with my meal because I eat faster, and then I'm just continually amazed. It's like you would think that I had gotten used to it, but it's like it's like the complete opposite of a beautiful sunset. Like you're like, oh, it's just a sunset, but every time I'm just struck with this magnificence. Every time I hear it, I am struck with the fact that if there is a hell, and if I go there, I expect the first thing to see is just a giant, like 100-foot tall Link head that just for all eternity is chewing on something that's got some sort of consistency.
What
to
are you
it.
saying? Are you saying that I'm going to hell and I'm going to get a lot bigger
You're
when I
going
get
to
there?
hell, and your head's going to
I'm
be
gonna-
really
I'm
big,
gonna be
and then I'm
huge.
going to hell, and I'm going to be there and just be sitting there in front of you eating things.
My nana told me to count to 30 chews every time I chewed something because she was a dental assistant.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask
That's
if you
a
were a kid that
masochistic-
choked on stuff a lot.
Environment,
But she
They
was
love
worried about.
breaking
She
teeth.
was worried about choking though.
She was worried about me choking. She was like, "You need to count to 30." So like from a young age, I was just like this intense chewer. I traced it back to that. Chrissy and I went to the movies a couple of weeks ago, and they were still cleaning out the theater, and we had our popcorn and everything, and we're just sitting on a bench outside of the theater, and I realized that she's not eating, and she's just staring at me.
I've been there,
like
baby.
This. And I'm like,
Many times.
And I'm
I've
like,
just stopped and just
it's my chewing noise.
observed in awe.
I mean, we've been married 20 years.
Wow. Yeah.
The woman is a saint. She's put up with this. I'm like, is it really that bad? She's like, yes, always.
Well, what it is
Every time.
It's the
And I was like,
it's
I'm gonna
the
try to chew.
aggressiveness. It's not the number of chews. That's it.
And my jaw
lots of
pops and there's
grandmas. Lots of grandmas told their grandchildren to chew a lot. Maybe not 30 times specifically. I tell my kids all the time. In fact, there's a story of one of my dad's good friends, Dick Bowser. Is his name. I was going to say, we call him Dick Bowser. Well, that's because it's his name. And he choked on a piece of steak in a Myrtle Beach steakhouse.
much better than Bowser did, which is a thing.
That is a thing, yeah.
Google it.
That's through the warp zone. And then, but if Dick Bowser started choking and somebody came up and gave him the Heimlich and saved his life, and he doesn't eat steak anymore. It hasn't for years. But we've used this Dick Bowser story for years in our family. Whenever, especially when you're eating meat and especially when you're eating beef, we say, remember Dick Bowser. And my boys say it to each other now. Remember Dick Bowser.
He's not dead though. If he were dead, it would be even better.
Remember what happened to Dick Bowser.
He's in hell now, and his head is huge.
But the thing is that my kids still have to remind themselves of Dick Bowser and chew slowly.
yeah.
But you took it and you did something
I
weird
internalized
with it.
it.
But it's the aggressive nature and the sort of the faraway look in your eye. It's how I imagine all men over 80 chewing, but he just started at like 10.
He's like, you count your chews.
It's what's gonna kill me.
two.
You know, elephants die because their teeth
Their molars
wear
wear out. That's right.
out. That's how I'm gonna die.
You and elephants.
If that's what it takes, man. If that's what it takes for me to have peace, is for you to die because your molars wear
I
out.
could probably gum my way through about 4 years.
The thing is that if you have to stop chewing and just start slurping your food, your slurping is also annoying and very loud.
I was
So
doing that for effect.
what you need.
I was gonna say comedic effect, but I
what
didn't
you
want to go that
need
far.
Is, do you know that there's a story of
don't need
the
your help.
scientist who had a guy
You need earplugs.
who had a hole. He was like he didn't heal right, and he started just putting the food directly into his stomach. Remember that story? There's a whole, I don't know what it is. And there's the guy who discovered like stomach acid and digestion. What we need to do with you, maybe next week, is we need to put a hole in your side of your body. You know what? We'll do a whole new YouTube channel. Just feeding Link through his hole.
Yeah, Link's hole. I would subscribe.
Linkshole.com.
Well, now you have to register it because someone's gonna scoop it up.